Welcome back to my YouTube channel, a car that takes you back to a time when driving wasn't just about moving from A to B but about emotion, connection, and a sense of occasion. Now imagine that same feeling reborn in a modern era where design, technology, and performance collide. That is the vision behind the return of the Peugeot RCZ in 2026. Yes, the iconic French sports coupe that captured the imagination of car lovers over a decade ago might finally be making its way back, and this time, it's sharper, smarter, and bolder than ever. The RCZ was always special. Back in 2009, when it first launched, it was the car that made people stop in their tracks and stare. It had that double bubble roofline inspired by Zagato designs, a low and wide stance that seemed glued to the road, and a driving feel that surprised even the most skeptical critics. It wasn't just a Peugeot. It was a statement, a car that told the world that the French could build a coupe that looked every bit as dramatic as a German Audi TT, and in some ways, even more daring. Awards quickly piled up, design trophies, performance accolades, and the affection of enthusiasts worldwide. But like all good things, its time ended too soon. Production wrapped up in 2015, leaving a gap that Peugeot never really filled again. For years, fans asked if the RCZ would return. And now, the dream feels closer than ever. The 2026 Peugeot RCZ, at least from what we've seen in early renderings and speculative leaks, looks absolutely stunning. Imagine a modern Peugeot front fascia with the sleek claws of the LED lighting signature, bold body curves that remind us of the original, and that unmistakable silhouette, low roof, muscular haunches, and of course, the double bubble glass roof making a triumphant comeback. This isn't just a facelift of the old car. This is a reinvention, a coupe that embodies Peugeot's new design DNA while paying homage to the legend that started it all. Now, what could power this beast? Well, Peugeot has been investing heavily in electrification. Their current platforms already support plug-in hybrids and fully electric setups. That means the new RCZ could realistically arrive with multiple options. Picture this: an entry-level turbocharged petrol engine for purists who still love the sound of combustion, a plug-in hybrid variant offering the perfect mix of efficiency and punch, and maybe even a fully electric RCZ that delivers instant torque and silent thrills. The thought of a 300 horsepower hybrid RCZ with all the torque you'd ever need, combined with razor-sharp handling, is enough to make any enthusiast's heart race. And if you're wondering about handling, well, that was always the RCZ's secret weapon. The original wasn't just a pretty face. It cornered flat, hugged the road, and gave you the confidence to push it harder than you'd expect from a front-wheel drive coupe. In its most aggressive form, the RCZ-R, it even boasted 270 horsepower and a torsion-limited slip differential, which made it a true driver's car. So if Peugeot carries that DNA into the 2026 version, while refining it with modern suspension setups and better balanced platforms, we could be looking at one of the most entertaining sports coupes on the market. But it's not just about performance anymore. Cars today have to balance thrill with technology, and Peugeot knows this. Expect the interior to showcase the latest iCockpit design, with a compact steering wheel, fully digital driver display, and a massive infotainment system loaded with connectivity. Add in premium materials, sculpted seats, and maybe even custom interior themes that reference the RCZ's heritage, and you've got a cabin that feels every bit as futuristic as the exterior promises. Of course, the big question everyone wants to know is this: can the RCZ truly compete in today's market? Coupes aren't exactly dominating sales charts anymore. SUVs and crossovers have taken over, and the two-door sports car is now more of a niche than ever before. But that might actually work in Peugeot's favor. Because the RCZ has never been about blending in, it's always been about standing out. And in 2026, when the streets are filled with lookalike crossovers, a sleek French sports coupe could be exactly the kind of rebellion drivers crave. And then there's the price factor. One of the biggest strengths of the original RCZ was affordability. It looked like a premium car, it felt like a premium car, but it didn't come with the sky-high price tag of an Audi TT or a BMW Z4. If Peugeot manages to replicate that magic, offering style, performance, and exclusivity at a price within reach, the RCZ could become one of the most compelling sports cars of this decade. Let's also not forget the emotional angle. The RCZ has a fanbase that still talks about it in glowing terms, nearly 10 years after production stopped. On forums, owners reminisce about the way it made them feel, how it turned heads, and how it was always more than just transportation. Bringing it back is not only a smart business move, it's a gift to those fans, a way of reigniting a flame that never really went out. So imagine the scene. The year is 2026. You're standing in front of a dealership. A brand new Peugeot RCZ sits there in gleaming metallic paint. Its stance is wide, its lines are sculpted to perfection, the roof curves like a piece of automotive art. You open the door, slip into the driver's seat, and wrap your hands around the steering wheel. In that moment, it doesn't